Hi, I'm Chris Batten, the Alaska Angler. Welcome to our exclusive YouTube series, the Alaska Angler Classics, a look back at celebrating 35 years of teaching Alaskans how to fish. Set the hook then. Pow, you have the fish. You hold it. What does a lot of people do? Bam! And they lower the rod tip. Not good. Hold it. Once it's up, bam, hold it, fish goes. Hold it, bam, 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 bam. And then the fish will do this. It'll surge. 1, 2, it's like a tug of war. Okay? And then when the fish surges, if it does, then you can reel down and hit him again if you need to. If you felt like you didn't get a good hook set the first time, then hit him again. Usually just on your king salmon and your sheefish and your big pike. And if you're using a big plug where they like to bite and hang on to it, and they really may not have those hooks deep in their jaw. That's where you usually have to hit them hard again the second time. All right. Fish up, fish on. Okay. Now we fight the fish. Now the problems begin, because the fish is going to go all over the place. And in fact, the fish may go all the way. I think you can go over Jeffrey.
Yeah, you could.
He's the snag. Snaggletooth there. Okay. Snaggletooth is good. Okay, and it goes down and down and down. And down, and you're standing your ground. Yeah, sure. And the fish goes. This is the problem. Remember that guy that took, 36 hours to land that fish on the Kenai a couple years ago? He just fought that fish for the longest time because he just did this. Yeah. He let that fish go all the way downriver. Okay, Mark, stay right there about where the circuit boxes are. And he tried to pull the fish upriver. He tried to let it go. What happens then when you're trying to horse the fish from an angle that's, when the fish is downriver, upriver, right? You're trying to break the fish's neck. What's happened to that fish? It has its head down. It's trying to dive into the bottom of the stream or the river. And you're trying to force its head up. It doesn't want to come up. It wants to stay down because it's using that water. You'll see in some of the underwater shots I have, it's using that water to create a diving plane. It's causing it to stay right in place. It's a diving plane. Water hits its head, boom, it stays right down like that as long as it can keep an attitude like that. And that's what he's doing. As long as he can rest, hold in one spot, he's gaining his energy. Fish tires when it runs, swims, right? Because it keeps its gill plate, both sides, closed when they run. So you want to keep that fish running if at all possible. But you're not, all you're doing is wearing yourself out when you're trying to horse this fish by breaking its neck. This way, right? You're pulling up on it and you're breaking its neck. Okay, so the thing you do is you don't try to horse it, you get even with the fish. So you walk downstream or you motor downstream, get parallel with the fish wherever it's holding. Sometimes just put it in free spool, let it go. The fish is not going to go anywhere if you hooked it right. I've done that many times. Because the fish doesn't feel any pressure, what happens? Turns right back into the current. Get even with the fish. All of a sudden, I'm straight even with the fish now. Now all of a sudden, with that third less energy, I can budge that fish right out of the current. Why? Because I'm even with the fish. Which way does this fish swim? Side to side, right? And if the hook is in the side of the shell, it's so much easier for me to just use a fraction of the energy and pull the fish out this way than trying to break his neck and he's going in this way. So with a little bit of energy, it's called a dynamic draw, I can just budge him just like this. Just pull him out, pow! Get him budged out of the current. I go back up. It causes him, he's all of a sudden, he's in mid-river and he doesn't know what to do. Then he starts swimming fast again, keeping those gill plates closed. You do the same thing. You land that fish in 7 minutes perhaps, and you've got him because you kept him running. You budged him out of the current with that dynamic draw. It works every time. You catch 40-pound kings on 4 or 6-pound tests doing that technique. That's how the big saltwater fishermen land those big fish, because they use that draw. They control the fish that way. It works very well in rivers also. Thanks for watching our exclusive YouTube series, the Alaska Angler Classics, celebrating 35 years of teaching Alaskans how to fish. I began teaching Alaska fishing seminars in 1980. This segment is from one of my most popular seminars, Chris Batten's Advanced Alaska Fishing Techniques, a pioneer course that taught a generation of guides and anglers how to catch trophy Alaska sport fish.
This information has withstood the test of time, and much of the advice is as effective now as when I first gave it 35 years ago. Refer to our website, alaskaangler.com, to order our best-selling seminars, books, information services, and instructional DVDs. And while you're at it, sign up for your free subscription to the Alaska Angler Journal. For our newest how-to and where-to-go videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking here. Each month we'll randomly select subscribers to receive special offers and links to select fishing and outdoor videos. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thealaskaangler for where-to and how-to tips, field reports, and insider news you'll want to know. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ChrisBattenAK for daily advice, tips, and inside information on everything that's Alaska fishing, outdoors, and adventure travel. I hope you'll connect and join the millions of readers over the last 40 years who have followed me as I've explored the Alaska outdoors. Give us a test cast to receive the best of Alaska sport fishing. I promise you won't come up empty-handed.